No, not necessarily a big need to push in. You risk getting eliminated and beating another team. They need to look.
Divot, which means you have to climb up, right? You have to get out of the divot, and this is going to be really hard for these two players here. Nice shot there from Palugi. Very well done. It's going to connect with that boom bow. Such a strong, strong weapon. Nice little blue AR, and a nice shot there. Wow, from Orc, who just connected. That's a back-to-back play there, Monster. That's white damage on that player.
All he's got to do is hit him 2 more times. Can he get it? Doesn't quite track him down, but the boom bow is the weapon of choice here as players are raining down explosive damage here. Such a fast reload. There goes a nice little pump shot. Quick peek. Via. Bye-bye. He gets taken right out there.
That was great floor control there, Monster, and a good read. Jumped right on him so that he can own that roof. It was just very, very well executed by the MCES crew here. This duo is making it rain with the eliminations right now. They have 6 eliminations for, for Andalex, and Orc has 5 eliminations. 11 total means 11 points, and it's just going to keep on going. If they can manage to find their way into the top, they'll start to earn some of the placement points as well. You also saw Rift to Go just used, and this is nasty. Andalex ends up getting 8 eliminations now, and this is all with that boom bow. You're seeing them shred through this lobby, Monster.
Their comms have to be at the tip top here because the focus is coming down like insane right here. But as much as like pressure they're using with the boom bow, you got to remember, look at the shotgun ammo. They don't have anything to reload anymore, so they need to effectively cash the loot. That's it. His shotgun's out. How's this going to play out? No ammunition anymore. He's put himself in a really weird position. He gets a knock somehow from changing up the build there. So quick fall damage for that player. And that's it. All their resources have now been expended.
Yeah, that's true. You know, because the boom bow uses the shotgun ammo, so it's a trade-off that you have to consider. And there was, so that's going to be Dajabest who's going to be down low, and Dajabest is out of the game. Then in that ultimate high, you're going to have Paj. He's taking some damage there from Andalex, and this is, I thought he was going to get him with the harvesting tool, but it didn't work out that way. But it's now up to Andalex in that ultimate high ground there, Monster. We're going to have 4 players left, 3 duos, Scratch Chat. It's a 1v1v1.
This is just like a solo game. You can do this, and Andalex has that ultimate high. He somehow found his way to resources as well. He's got all the ammunition he needs. Boom bow 100. Sensorio hit out of his senses right there. And here it is. Andalex with a 1v1 comes down, hits the 66. One more pump. Golden, can he hit it?
This is looking pretty good here for Andalex. He has him back to the Storm, and the Storm is going to do the job for him.
To safely get your way up here.
Gotta be careful. Still some stinky gas there. Actually, there's a player going to be right in front of cover, and cover manages to connect there against that one player. Another one's going to be standing right outside of him. His teammate, Sayrex, right out front to clean up that elimination so they can get the siphon benefits from it. And they're going to put that pressure with the compact SMGs and just try and phase through the wall if they can. And they do manage to get ownership of it. And there you go. Finds the elimination there onto Durko. That's going to be 7 for the duo. You know, it's not that crazy to crank those 90s, but you still need to get up above that, or else you're going to get caught with your back inside of that, or not with your back, really. You're just going to get caught inside of the Storm. That's it. Your whole body's going to be in there.
Right.
But he got Alec and Speezy up above, and they're owning that high ground here. And high ground has been, it's the thing that we've seen a lot of players just take advantage of time and time again. Look for the stragglers that are going to be in the sky, and they're swatting them like flies, Monster. These guys have no chance. This dude's racking them up. Alex already at 12 eliminations, 15 for the duo.
I don't know. He went from 5 to 12 here. This high ground is clearly paying off as they are raining down shots on every single player coming down. And notice how they move together, right? The lower themselves from the elevation right there. Wow. Perfect. Magic aimbot gets taken out by Speezy.
This is
and
insane.
here goes another focus down on the player on the right hand of the zone. He's turbo building for his...
That they're running here, and these are the patients. Neeson is going to be out of this one, and now it's all up to Akami, and I don't know if Akami has what it takes. This is not looking good because Akami's going to be trapped right outside.
He's in the shadow bomb.
He's
hopping around.
He doesn't have a choice, and that's going to be the GG victory. Lots of wind. Yeah, some good positioning up above. They're putting that pressure down on those players that they're going to have to deal with the fact that in a few seconds, you know, that storm, right? They're going to need to move, and they know this. And Tilt and Masterus can take full advantage of this and try and see if they can maybe pick something up. But there you go. So they finally managed to pick up those eliminations. But Lupo, that was just very well done. They knew that they had him, and he kind of gate-kept them the entire time.
A tough situation they're in right now, though. If you saw on the minimap, they are on the far edge of the safe zone, and they are getting attacked on the
the tables
here.
have turned.
Chipping down, trying to... The speed that these players build up just an additional level and cover every single surface is kind of crazy. I don't know if you saw that. He had a pyramid on both the floor immediately above and all the way up top, as well as some blasters. Gets the laser on Zigga's grenade, knocks that open. It's
That's right. You see everyone kind of just boxed up, but you know that these players are going to fall as soon as those rotations are going to be necessary, and we're going to go west of the block over here. A nice challenge onto Belty. That's going to give him the 6th elimination now, as well as some resources. They're up to 144. They're going to have plenty, but this is exactly as I was referring to, Lupo. The players now, as they rotate out, they're going to have to deal with Tilt and Masterus, who are just putting that pressure down and racking up eliminations as this goes on. And then they also have that launch pad that they're going to be able to use, get right over to that safe zone. Times here, Lupo, which is just try and catch any of the players that are running back. That is the best possible thing for him. Will be eliminated from this game. Tilt picks up yet another elimination. That is going to give them 16 elims total, this duo ripping through this lobby.
We're at the top 15 duos there. We're at 19 points. Still pushing forward. Kaz goes down. Masterus, you see in the feed picking up Soli Boy for the set of elims. 21 points total. Another one, 22 points total. Literally shot after shot.
They're destroying this lobby.
From above. Bozo, another one goes down. Tilt. This is their lobby to win. It looks like with ease at this point. The awareness of the opponents kind of turned down to 0. It seems like. Claps goes down. Gypsy Claps goes down.
Insane stuff here that we're seeing from Tilt and Masterus, Lupo, because what they're doing is they're focusing their fire together, but they're also picking off any of those stragglers. Well, he's going to have Tilt up above him, though, Lupo. Bear that in mind. So they will still, Masterus, wisely enough, this is what I was going to say. It's either you play that mid game and try and pick off any players that are moving out, and rely on Tilt to pick off more and more eliminations, or you just go back to your teammate and coordinate those shots. That's exactly what they're doing. They're putting on a clinic here, man.
The coordination between these two players while watching, literally with height advantage on pretty much everybody, is kind of insane. Even just for a moment there was a player, like this is a perfect example. 2 different angles, shots literally spraying down the wall.
In 1v2, and this has been Masterus and Tilt all over the place. They have dominated this lobby. They know that they have this one basically won, and it's going to be a miracle for him to win it, and it will not happen. Revert does not pick up the eliminations. Tilt, Masterus, they copped
26.
themselves 26 eliminations, 26 points, 10 points for the victory royale.
If you use one and you just spam jump up against a wall, maybe an opponent has a structure built up or you're next to a mountain, something like that, you can keep it going as long as you are able to still jump and press up against a wall again. So you can have players that are potentially waiting for like the last second to show themselves. You could have people sit on those until very late, very, very late in the game, which could create some pretty interesting late game scenarios depending on the positioning of the storm.
Yeah, Fortnite in every evolving game, as evidence of the event that even happened today, where now we got just no tilted towers, no retail row.
A half retail.
Half retail row. That's fair.
The homes are fine. The businesses, not so much.
Yeah, go for the corporation. I don't know. I really...
Ops for a second there, got beamed down to what looked like 5 HP or less. Very risky situation. Able to back down out of that structure at the last second.
Okay, that was I was going to say, this is a really, really risky, but also the way that Young Calculator played this one, you could tell that he had thought about all the outcomes.
Calculator took quite a big hit there. Down to 36 HP. I'm trying to keep composure and finds an elim through the window there. That quick little edit. The trap goes down. Damage to the player underneath. Insanity eliminated. Young Calculator taking the 10 damage ticks. You're going to have to push into the zone as fast as possible. Potentially, at this point, a tough situation for Calculator. Still in it. Ops all the way up top.
From these players, because you want to stick with your duo. You don't want to separate from one another. And this is not also the kind of glide that you would want in that moment in time. And look at this here. It's actually going to tag. That was such a great play there onto Folio. That was nasty. Ops QT. This guy clearly is just in another level. He's thinking about things and approaches to fights that I simply just would not have factored in. I tell you, this guy, very good gameplay from him.
Ops and push up top, gets elimination, finds another duo right on top of him. Jimmy and Golf. Jimmy using that flint knock, climbing all the way up. 3 teams total, and Ops and Young Calculator, the only full duo remaining. Rocket from above, Young Calculator has the top down. Ops drops in, same floor as Scrappy. He's looking for a little bit of a shot here. They're still applying pressure. Jimmy was all the way to the bottom, trying to layer and save himself, and sneaks one in on the outside. Ops, Calculator, 2v1 situation. Scrappy cranking 90s all the way into sky. He's got to double layer this floor and try and build all the way back up the mountain. They are rotating east across the ridge, and Scrappy has the height advantage with the Rockets trying to knock him down, saying, no, you don't get to outbuild me at this point. Ops and Calculator building their way up. Calculator using the Shadow Bomb, trying to make his way up. It looks like he's getting caught a little bit on the build on the outside, finds a little reserve of material at the bottom there, but Scrappy still has the top down. Maybe the best position he could be in at this point, but Ops and Calculator, I guarantee you the ascent will start soon. There is a Shadow Bomb in somebody's inventory. This would be it. Scrappy takes a big hit from a rocket from underneath there.
That hurts.
He has to layer up. The ascent from Ops, rotating into the storm.
Well, I'm like looking and
I was waiting for you to catch it. We're in zone 3. We have all of this open terrain to mess around with. I don't know what's happening in this lobby, but clearly Nut and Sunday, they're going to benefit a lot from this one.
Blame them. 12 eliminations. That's 6 teams if you put it together here. We're in the duo format. That's crazy. Another team falls down to them. Only 8 teams remain. Nobody, sorry, you've been spotted by the best team in the lobby probably right now, as they are now battling for this high ground. There's no way you're going to be able to make it out of there. Bye-bye, Frenzy.
That is very unfortunate. And they get another jump pad. Who these players are, where they come from, their streams, all that stuff, because I think this is the best part about the Fortnite World Cup in the open format. We learn and discover so many new players on a regular basis, and just look at the way that they push with Reckless Abandon. They don't really care. They're just going to go for it because they know that no one in this lobby is as good as they are.
And that's why if you believe in your heart of hearts, you are a competitor. Take a stab at it. Get it into these lobbies. You can be the next up as stream mode gets absolutely demolished here, but now it's Nut and Zundy who are getting pressured here. Is he going to rift to go out? Is he going to back up to his teammate?
He's got to pop that,
is in the best spot. They're actually giving up the mountain here. This is how aggressive they are. In comes the reload on the heavy snipe. Is he going to box dive 2 players? Doesn't matter. He tries to connect with the RPG. In the box he goes. Yikes Gaming. That's a yikes for you, buddy, because you just got owned by the rocket play and into the building.
They don't care. They don't care. They're just going to be another player in front of him as well. And Nut and Zundy, this is Ballistic, who we saw with the back against the storm there, and Ballistic won't. He can't do anything. He can't do anything.
He backflipped from the 220 to the face.
He ain't going to do nothing. You just want to see if you're these 2 players, because this is just points. These are points, baby. That's all you want at this, right? You just want the points. You just want to try and get to the big matches tomorrow. And so far, they're a scary team.
Single-handedly shredded apart both of these players' shield and then pushed in by himself. High definition from the low ground peak. TXG team comes in.
To take shots at a baller and engage another player on the way up. That's confidence. That goes a really, really long way, because dealing that amount of damage, even if it's just a little bit on rotation, means that player's softened up for potentially somebody else to run into it, which means you're one step closer to placing the points.
Yeah, as you see the Inferno duo of Icarus and Nikim working from the top down, and that's a big thing. You talked about putting pressure on your opponents. If you're shooting them, they have 2 options, and now they're good. Like, that whole thing is connected. They're reinforced. They're not getting knocked down. Tome, despite Pash being knocked out, has now picked up 2-3 on the low ground. Player trying to challenge onto Icarus, not able to find it, and Z-Link looked a little lost there.
Didn't realize he was in the same box as Icarus. Ridiculous. He caught totally off guard there. Icarus gets basically what amounts to a free elimination, putting them at 14 now. Like you said, the branching, dropping down, building the branch back up to connect to what other players had already built, basically makes what they were sitting on all the way up top indestructible to a point. Meanwhile, this circle, where you're smearing players through Dusty, you have a ton of structure that's already pre-built, because we were just here. The circle rotated away. It's now pulling back into the middle. If you look in the bottom right, we're essentially going across the very center of Dusty, which means all this structure is essentially already owned. We have 3 players, and it's a 2v1. Anwar versus the duo from Inferno. And it's going to come down to who owns what structure or who can take possession of what.
And they own it as he has to walk through it. They're going to find him there. He tries to disengage. They have the white damages onto him already. They already have 16 elims. He wants the pickaxe, and he gets it. Anwar, no life indeed. And he throws your favorite one out there, Lupo. Picking up another elim. Aiden does get Aaron as we're into the top 10. So another 2 points for everyone there. Hasty and Bocutie both going down. So now checking out the wide. You have Aiden in the top right, Prime on the mid tarp in the bottom right, everyone else on the left. You can see Walla, Severe, Mizume, Shabman, Prime picked up a great angle there to get Shabman as Walla also picks up 2. And now Severe trying to challenge Sean, raining down pressure with the minigun right next to Aiden as Aiden keeps him covered. Can they convert or will Severe be able to get away as Prime continues to look for whatever he can on the middle tarp? This is so clustered right now. Vislas and Domo being one of 2 duos left. And as I say that, Domo gets picked up. I should just stop talking as apparently I'm cursing everyone, Lupo.
You are indeed. Aiden and Sean at this point don't need to drop down. They're a little too low on HP and shields. There's not necessarily a big need to push in. You risk getting eliminated and beating another team. They need to look for third-party opportunities here and pick up every elimination they can, especially with 4 players, 3 duos left. They're the only full duo.
That was so good by Aiden. He was able to use the launch pad, go up, and then take high ground away from Severe, while Sean fights a completely different 1x1 on the tarp underneath. They both take the 1x1s, and they win it, and then they pinch onto Prime, trading shots out. No